Streaming from the studios of King of the Road Productions, welcome to a TGIF edition Labor Day special. As we cruise into Labor Day, me and you, hope you get to spend it with friends and family and don't have to labor too much. As usual, I'll be slaving away here in the studio, but don't feel sorry for me because I love it. Hey, it's my time to shine on the boob tube. Check it out 3 times this weekend, Fox 4 and the CW. If you're anywhere close to a TV at 12 noon, check out my segment on News at Noon on KFDM, Channel 6 here in Beaumont. I'll be posting it on my Facebook page, the preview, later on. So stay tuned for that, and thanks for streaming King's Country. King's Country at kingscountry.net. That's Tracy Bird. He's been on my TV and radio shows so many times because he resides right here in Southeast Texas. I do bump into him occasionally, and that's why I'm having a fabulous flashback. Could get bumpy. Hold on tight.
King of the road.
Backstage in Orange at Riverfront Pavilion with Tracy Bird.
We're talking about lifestyles of the not so rich and famous. Lifestyles of the not so rich and famous. Thank you.
Tracy Bird, I've been a fan of yours since before I moved here. It's now been 16 years this month that I moved here, and I met you shortly after that. It's actually the longest I've ever lived anywhere, and I think you had something to do with that. Maybe Mark Chestnut, too. I said, this must be a pretty cool place if guys like Tracy Bird and Mark Chestnut chose to stay here when they could have lived anywhere else.
Yeah, I mean, that is interesting, you know. I mean, we could have lived anywhere, and of course we're pressured to live in Nashville, you know. They, you know, when you sign with a big label, they want you to be within a phone call away from them, you know, to do whatever, which is a plus, a reason to live back home, you know, to get away from all that. But yeah, I mean, you know, it was home for us, and we stayed, and we enjoy it, and we love it, and we're still here, and glad you're still here too.
Howdy! We're just so proud to be here.
King's Country, kingscountry.net, Jim King of the radio and TV behind the wheel. You know, I've been doing this solo entrepreneurial thing since 2009, April of 2009. That infamous day when I was called into the office, knew that I was going to be laid off, so I was ready. Had my crown all polished, actually wore my Crown Boy hat to the meeting, had the director of programming and the general manager I had to speak to. I just knew that I was going to get laid off that day because they told me to come in before the rest of the crew. They had mandatory meetings that morning, and they were going to let me go first. I saw it coming, so I was ready. I wore my crown into the meeting, and when they told me the second round of cuts were coming and I was gone, my response was, all right. And I never looked back. Been on my own ever since and doing just fine. Much happier, I would say. That brings us to this comedian. Check this out.
You ever just stop going to a job? You don't even quit. You just stop showing up one day? I've done that a lot. I'm probably still on a couple of schedules. I used to talk like a hobbit at work. That was like my favorite thing to do, talk like the hobbit. My boss would be like, Gosling, where's the plunger?
Maybe the answer to your riddle lies within the question.
It's only funny twice, so be careful. My biggest regret in life is all the bad jobs that I ever got fired from. I never caused a scene. And if you get fired, especially from a bad job, you should go off. What's stopping you? Burger King doesn't talk to Wendy's. I got the ultimate plan. If I ever have to get another job and I know I'm going to get fired that day I'm going to go to work with like a pocket full of glitter. And when my boss fires me, I'll be like, oh, sorry, it didn't work out. Glitter? And throw it right in his face. Because have you ever tried to get glitter off before? That's no joke, is it? Like, I might be fired, but he still has to walk around work the rest of the day. Woo, you're all bling bling, Jingles.
King's Country, kingscountry.net. We're cruising into a long holiday weekend. Hope you get to share Labor Day weekend with your friends and family. Today is September 2nd, 2022 already. 6 days until the new NFL season starts. Labor Day is Monday. Enjoy your 3-day weekend. It's also National Lazy Moms Day. Today is National Food Bank Day, too. They do good work. Here's a couple of back-in-the-day tidbits for your dining and dancing pleasure. 121 years ago today in 1901, Teddy Roosevelt gave his famous speech where he said, "Speak softly and carry a big stick." He was vice president at the time. 77 years ago on this date, 1945, Japan formally surrendered, officially ending World War II and ushering in a new era of extreme sexual deviance. Then AIDS had something to say about that in the 80s. Anyway, enough about that. Let's get back to the country music. That's what we specialize in. Here comes Brooks and Dunn. We'll burn that bridge on King's Country.
He stopped loving her today.
King's Country, kingscountry.net with George Jones. He stopped loving her today. I'm Jim King of the radio. Watch my show this weekend. I'll give you information about a George Jones tribute concert starring Freddie Pate. You've heard him on this show, and you probably heard that song, The Gospel According to Jones. Well, he's got a show called The Gospel According to Jones where he ends up with that video. He plays it at the end. I'm proud to say that I produced the video. We'll be working on a Possum and Pate episode for next week's Jim King of the TV show, so stay tuned for more information about that as we cruise into a long Labor Day weekend.
Labor Day is about you, the worker, the peon, America's hidden treasure. You! America was built on your broken back. Happy Labor Day!
King's Country, kingscountry.net. I saved this one for the lunch hour for obvious reasons. Hope it doesn't happen to you. A TikToker posted a video of their DoorDash delivery, which featured a bunch of their food eaten. And a note from the driver explaining, here it is.
Here I am ordering some Wingstop. In my bag, I get this. Now, I know you noticed the fries gone. My drink to the top and everything intact. But again, my fries gone and a damn note in it. Open up the wings. The wings is damn 8, y'all. The damn note reads, "I'm sorry I ate your food. I'm broke and hungry. Consider it like you're paying it forward. Be blessed."
King's Country at kingscountry.net. We're coming to you from the studios of King of the Road Productions. This is my time to shine on the boob tube every weekend, 3 times on Fox 4 and the CW. Love this part of my week. Who's counting? But it's episode number 838 set to air this weekend. It's a BOH and Brooks episode. BOH is Band of Heathens. We'll get to that in just a moment. But we also have Bill Brooks in the Royal Spotlight, thanks to Bradley's Collision Center. We have the Southeast Texas debut of Texan Jordan Rayner's new video as our Pine Tree Lodge music clip of the week from Nashville. We'll dip into our Royal archives and pull out a couple of segments from Band of Heathens live in Beaumont, Texas. Here's your little taste test, a little sample. Segment 2.
St. John's Eve, gone to see Marion Pontchartrain. 12,000 black and white standing in the rain. Gold stars on my forehead, don't need no tarot deck. Gree satchel in my hand, cross around my neck.
On and back down on St. Anne Street. Voodoo peppers, freedom man, charm the judge's seat. $10 Bernie hole, cash my last paycheck. Gree satchel in my hand, cross around my neck. Gree satchel in my hand, cross around my neck.
It's Gordy and Ed, a Band of Heathens. What was it like working with Ray Wiley Hubbard?
It's a psychedelic sombrero. Yeah, he was. He's definitely an iconoclastic figure, you know, very unique. He's a Texas treasure. He's really a national treasure, honestly. The guy's amazing. I mean, he's just it was an educational experience working with Ray.
Does he live in your hometown of Boston?
He lives in Wimberley, which is about an hour south of Austin. So right in the neighborhood. I think Ray was in Austin when a lot of the heavy stuff was going on, though, you know, back in the early 70s. So he's got a lot of the mojo on him, for sure.
He's no stranger to Big Rich's here, Corville's. He's here at least once or twice a year.
Yeah, this is Ray does all the rooms.
I love the title of your 2011 album, Top Hat Crown and Clapmaster Son.
You got it.
Nice.
Yeah, good.
Did you
well
think of me when you thought of the crown, the Top Hat crown?
It's actually,
really?
Yeah, we had you.
The crown boy hat?
Yeah.
I was hoping.
Yeah. We should have just put your picture on the front.
Yeah. Well, at least that you do remember something about your last trip here. That's good.
Yeah, of course.
Remember everything.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, pretty much.
I noticed you got a pretty busy tour schedule, just all over the place. Texas, and you're going up to Washington soon, and down to California. Pretty much 4 or 5 nights a week, isn't it?
Hey man, if there's a place that's out music that'll have us play, we're going, you know.
But no more Momo's place. That's closed down.
Unfortunately, yeah. Almost is gone.
Yeah. So what's the next project? You just gonna ride on this one for a while, double down?
No, we're talking about getting back in the studio and doing another album. We'll see. We got a bunch of songs and hopefully write a few more and maybe get in there before the end of the year. But we'll see how it goes.
Essential in my hand, cross around my neck.
King of the Road.
Here comes this week's Honky Tonk Texas Fabulous Flashback. You went up to New Mexico and wrote Up Against the Wall, Redneck Mother.
Well, I did that. The song that refuses to die.
1973, Jerry Jeff Walker covered that. Kind of, that is sort of your signature song, isn't it?
Well, for a long period of time, that was the only thing I was known for, which was kind of unusual. You go to a place and they say, play Redneck Mother, and I play Redneck Mother, and so here's another song I wrote, and they go, play Redneck Mother again. But now it kind of fits in the arsenal very well, because I've got some other songs that I feel are as strong, and I still pull it out and do it, and the audience seems to like it. But it's really nice to not to be known just for that song. Now I've kind of got the other songs now that, so I still do it, but I have fun with it.
Cause it's an A-side straight, it's all the same suit. Read a man weep his hand can lose.
King of the Road.
That was this week's Honky Tonk Texas Fabulous Flashback. King's Country at kingscountry.net. It's the Jim King thing on a Labor Day weekend. Going to be a wet one in southeast Texas. Sorry to break the news to you. 50% chance of rain this evening. We were planning on going to the beach, me and my Suzanne Simmons sweetheart, but I think I'm going to cancel that. 50% chance of rain. Pretty heavy rains this weekend. 80% chance tomorrow, so not a very good weekend to be out at the beach. 60% on Sunday as well. Sorry about that, beachgoers, for Labor Day weekend. Keep it high and dry and keep it between the ditches.
Labor Day is about you, the worker. And because you've been such a good little worker bee all year, go ahead and take an extra bathroom break. In fact, I'm just hanging out in the ladies' room right now. Oh, great, here comes somebody. Time to pretend flush. Happy Labor Day.
King's Country, kingscountry.net. I'm Jim King of the radio, driving you through the midday thing. And, oh, looky here. Here comes Craig Morgan. That kind of explains why I'm having one of those there fabulous flashbacks. Please forgive me and hold on tight.
King of the road.
On country star Craig Morgan's tour bus. He once worked for Walmart.
Dude, I've done everything. I ain't ashamed of what I've done. I've worked hard. I worked a lot of jobs, Walmart being one of them. as a singer-songwriter, when I left the Army, I went to work doing a couple of jobs. I was working as a sheriff's deputy while I was working at Walmart and writing songs. So, you do what you got to do to take care of your family.
And your first album, your debut album, that was critically acclaimed, and but then things kind of got rocky with the Atlantic.
Right, your understatement that's your understatement of this interview. Yeah, it got rocky. Well, they closed down, and they shoved us. Some of the artists went to Warner Brothers, and then we made a decision to either stay or leave, and we chose to leave and ended up signing with Broken Bow Records, and I'm on I just finished my third CD with Broken Bow, so it's going good. We've had a good career, you might say, up to this point, and hopefully there's a lot left.
Oh, I think so. Appreciate your time. Thanks, Craig.
Thank you.
Craig Morgan.
Hey, folks, it is just about showtime, and we got a good one for you tonight. My good buddy Jim King, star of radio, newspaper, and television. Wow.
You're listening to The Radio.
Streaming from the studio at King of the Road Productions in Beaumont, Texas. Jim King of the radio and TV. My time to shine on the boob tube this weekend. We've got a special episode, kind of a rockin' King of the Road thing, with the Band of Heathens kicking it off. We're going into our royal archives, dipping way back to 10 years ago. And just in case you're watching it and wonder why I look so much younger. And we've all aged in 10 years. We also have the Southeast Texas debut of Jordan Rayner's new video. She's a Texan. Born in Oklahoma, but came to her senses at a young age and moved to Texas. Jordan Rayner's new video is our Pine Tree Lodge music clip of the week from Nashville. Bill Brooks will be in the Royal Spotlight by popular demand. And thanks to Bradley's Collision Center. Once again, happy Labor Day weekend, y'all.
Labor Day is about you, the worker. So this weekend, take a load off, relax, and eat out with the family. Celebrate by forcing an underpaid 18-year-old on their 13th hour of a 16-hour shift to make you a cheeseburger and fries. Happy Labor Day.
A fool. KingsCountry.net. I guess that does it for the Jim King of the Radio show. Don't miss the TV show. Have a great Labor Day weekend. We'll talk to you with any luck at all. Well, Tuesday. I think I'll take Monday off. I'll play hooky from work since it's Labor Day Monday, and we'll just kick back a little bit. But probably talk to you 10-ish Tuesday morning right here on King's Country, KingsCountry.net. Keep between the ditches. Have a good one, and later, Gator.